Hey guys, how you doing? So even though this is being broadcast as live initially, this is pre-recorded. So if you do comment, I will see it, but probably not right away. It's been a while since I've done a live, or I guess a semi-live in this case. It started last summer when I had a strong, I was going to say placed upon my heart, and that's kind of flowery language. I felt compelled to take my experiences and document them in what many of you have probably seen, I call Finding the Unseen. And it's my story in many respects, right from the beginning of what woke me up. And then the steps that I took, and I guess still am, into exploring this world, this aspect of our present moment that's just as real as what we see in the physical, and in many respects, as many of you guys know, even more real. That then led to the Finding the Unseen website, which if you go to russleteau.com, text on the bottom, you're going to see two primary pages. The first one is the chapters, and they'll just keep going and going and going and going, of the Finding Unseen documentary. And then the second page, and you can see it on the menu at the top, I call Geometrics. And many of you guys know about Geometrics. It's the series of charts and maps and triangles and spirals that I received really in the beginning, in the summer of 2009, when I stepped into this full time. And they have formed the bedrock of all the teachings since then. So we're coming up to 14 years. And so on the geometrics portion of the website, again, as many of you know, if you've taken the in-person classes online, I call it the 5 steps of manifesting. And just in case, the first step is creating your perfect desire. Second step is living that desire on the inside. Third step is managing resistances. Oh, that's the fun part, isn't it? Fourth step is taking inspired action. And fifth step is celebrating your victories. So that's kind of the construct that I'm using, and I'm adding content. I'm sure as many of you have seen. But what I'm also doing is I'm bringing content in from all the years, and there's hundreds of hours of video and audio and articles, and I'm using that geometrics page and that structure as a way to bring all these different pieces of information and teaching in and put them in a really, I think, a well organized, and put it in some sort of a framework that you can go to it and you can easily sort it. I'm actually just sitting right over here. You can sort it by category. You can sort it by tags. There's so many different ways you can look at it, and it's a whole mixture. It may be an Instagram post. It may be could be an old video, could be a new video, could be a TikTok video, it could be an audio. So it's all these different types of media all put into this one container. So then what I thought was, I'm thinking weekly, and don't ask me why Tuesday seems like it's going to be the day, but I think it's going to be the day. It just fits for my schedule. I'll just give you a quick summary of the items that were added in the past week, and then if any of them sort of interest you, you can always just kind of hop over to the website and check them out. Okay, so for this week, the last one I just put this one in today. I call it the guided meditation to expand your awareness. Now, in the teachings, I talk about one of the keys, maybe the key, is expanding your awareness. And so then the question is, well, how do I do that? Well, there's many ways, and this particular method or this tool you can use it's a guided meditation, and it really helps put you in that place or that space where your awareness can naturally expand. I think that's the important thing to remember is you don't make your awareness expand. You create and you cultivate a space that allows your awareness to expand. And then all of a sudden your world gets bigger. Potentials that were never there before, all of a sudden they become there. Solutions, paths forward. All of a sudden you start to become aware of them. Why? Because your awareness is expanded. So that's a really handy one. It's in the shop, but it's free. So you can download it. And again, it's just guided meditation you can go through. I really like that one. It's a really handy tool. Second one, the faith to step out even when you don't know where you'll land. It's really a TikTok. It's under 2 minutes. And it's from a radio show I did, probably 2009. You can tell by the audio. But it's got a very powerful message on how so often we're asked to take that step, even though if we look, we don't see where we're going to land. So you can check that out. This one too, what failure is and isn't. Same thing. It's a TikTok pulled from another radio show that I did, again, way back when. These are short, 2 minutes, maybe 3. Very powerful understanding on what failure is, and more importantly, what it isn't. Becoming comfortable with being uncomfortable. I don't even know what this was. Was this this is just a radio show. It's the full show, so you can check that out. But it's like 20 minutes long or something, so you can do whatever you want with that. This is a really good one. I've got 2 more. What makes the difference between releasing and reliving trauma? Now, if you haven't checked this one out, you really should, especially if you have some type of self-healing practice, because we hear that word trauma bantered about over and over and over again. And I think sometimes it's this big, dark mass, and what do we do with it? And so often, with the best of intentions, in our efforts to release it, we actually end up reliving it. So this is a short video. This is the 2-minute tune-up, so it's 2 minutes, and it gives you a really powerful understanding on how to tell which one you're doing. And then, of course, when you are aware of which one you're doing, then of course you can change it up and you can do something with it. And I got one more. Sorry, I'm just backing up. Last one is the hazards of thinking small. And this one here, it's just a text. So this is a chunk of text out of the Manifesting Manual. So it's about a 2-minute read if you read slow. The last paragraph is, you are designed for the very best. And frankly, anything less just won't do, and will leave you feeling less than who you really are. I'm going to finish tonight's show with that, or this summary with that, and I'll probably tag on a bonus recording of some type here. If this is all you got out of this, remember this. You are designed for the very best, and anything less, it just won't do. And so many times, and I talk about it here, so many times what causes us discomfort is we're trying to be okay with less, when our higher selves, if you will, know that that's not what we are designed for. And so, in my very spiritual way of putting things, it's like trying to take a size 10 foot and put it in a size 8 shoe. The reason it feels uncomfortable is foot's too big for the shoe, right? When we tamper down our desires, when we fit them in this box of this is what's possible for me, and I just have to accept less than what I really want, the discomfort is not that's accurate. The discomfort comes in when it's not, because you were designed for the very best. Thanks for tuning in. RussellToe.com takes you to all that stuff. Comments and questions. Hey, we're all in this together. See you on the web.